fight like a roaring fight, during dreams under stadium lights, sweat and fire, hearts ignite. Evening sports buffet, with the Ginch we play. Highlights, wild scores collide, it's the ride of your life tonight. Plays drawn, bold on the chalkboard slate, rivals clash, it's a heavyweight fate. Every second pounding, can't wait. Evening sports buffet, with the Ginch we play. Highlights, wild scores collide, it's the ride of your life tonight. Plays drawn, bold on the chalkboard slate, rivals clash, it's a heavyweight fate. Every second pounding, can't wait.
It's Thursday. It was 84 degrees here. Today was 42. Fucking snow on it. 45 minutes ago. An hour ago. It's cleared up since then. Welcome to another edition of Early Reports. On the Cole County Entertainment Network News Media. Welcome. I'm ready for the weekend. Are you? Oh, yes, it was 84 degrees here yesterday. Today it's 42. But welcome. There's a couple of things that came out. I'm trying to follow everything here. I've got the political stuff here on my big screen TV. All the bullshit that's going on. Of course, Selection Sunday is 3 days away. We will find out. There's 68 teams because they play the two play-on games, which is stupid. So welcome. Thanks for joining. We have breaking news. Tyler Murray, ladies and gentlemen, is a Viking. This does not bode well for J.J. McCarthy. He signed a one-year deal. It says here the deal is for one season. The Vikings will pay $1.3 million of the $36.8 million Murray had already been guaranteed via his contract with the Cardinals, who agreed on March 3rd to release him. A couple of comments. What BS is going on? Don't even get me started. And Fuji says the Pirates make the playoffs. No. The Pirates stink. I've known this for years, and it never changes. Period. But thanks for tuning in, Mr. Fuji. If you want to pop on, you can always come into the room and hop on. So what does this mean for the Vikings? Make them better? I don't know. He's obviously coming off the injury. He's been hurt a lot the last couple of years. If he can stay healthy, he has weapons. I mean, he has Jefferson. They retained Jones. Mike Fuji says that he's taking the evening off. Okay. Who else do they have? Why am I drawing a blank? But he'll have weapons. It's just a matter of can he stay healthy. So I think J.J. McCarthy's career, I'm not saying it's done in Minnesota, but I would not be too surprised if they try and shop him around. At best, he'll be the backup in Minnesota this year. So some other news and notes from around the world in sports. Atlanta Falcons' James Pierce Jr. has been charged with 3 felonies and a misdemeanor. Reported by Mark Raimondi and Michael Rothstein Espen. Just read this verbatim. The Miami-Dade Florida State Attorney brought 4 charges against Atlanta Falcons edge rusher James Pierce Jr. on Thursday in relation to a February 7th incident involving WNBA player Brigade Jackson. I went over this yesterday. I told you about some of the charges. Aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, fleeing and eluding police, which is never good, and resisting an officer with violence to his or her person. A fourth arrest charge of felony aggravated stalking was changed to a misdemeanor. Not good. Not good at all. My guess is I think he'll do jail time. I don't know. We'll just have to keep an eye on it. Wide receiver Calvin Austin III, he is leaving the Steelers to sign with the Giants. Be interested to see what the guys at Steel City Renegades think about that. 1-year deal with the Giants for $4.5 million. His agents are Drew Rosenhaus and Kyle Eichen. I think Drew Rosenhaus is the agent for every player in the NFL. I really do. I think he carries a lot of leeway. Geno Smith came out and said that he's a better player now than when he left the Jets. Good luck with that, by the way. The Bengals have added former Minnesota Vikings defensive tackle Jonathan Allen to the mix on a 2-year deal. It can be worth up to $20 million through incentives. The Bengals had to do something to replace Trey Hendrickson. So they went out and got Allen. The United States beat Canada. What am I seeing here? Oh, I'm sorry. No. They have to play Canada. It's a must-win game for them. So I'll have to keep an eye on that. In fact, let me see. So there's no games today, from what I'm seeing. Like I said, Friday it's Korea against the Dominican Republic. Friday the 13th. Like, ooh. United States plays Canada. So United States win, they advance. They lose. Miami of Ohio was dealt their first loss of the season today against UMass in the MAC tournament. They beat them 87-83. It's the first loss for Miami. Now a lot of people are saying that they shouldn't make the tournament. They're 31-1. I get it. Their strength of schedule is like 303rd out of 360 some teams, but you can only play who's on your schedule. They're 31-1. Should they be like a top 10 seed? I don't know. But they should still make the tournament. Like I've said before, and I'll say it again, across the board, doesn't matter if it's college football or college basketball. Just like in college football, I'd really like to see them get rid of the conference title games because they don't mean anything. Period. So college basketball, I don't care. You have your conference tournament. If you win it, I don't like the automatic bid. I just don't. You win your conference tournament, fantastic. But you don't get. I hate automatic bids. Period. Can't stand it. Can't stand it. College basketball, I just get rid of the rankings. In college football, college basketball, get rid of the rankings. They don't mean dick. They don't mean shit. They don't mean squat. Period anymore. It's a joke. You let the season play out. You still want to have your conference tournaments in basketball. Go ahead, but you don't get an automatic qualifier. You don't. You're going to play your conference tournaments, and then at the end of the day, on Selection Sunday, the selection committee picks the top 64 teams. Get rid of the playing games too. It's asinine. It's dumb. It's stupid. It's dumb. I still think they should still be in, but we'll see. What else in the NFL? 49ers linebacker Dre Greenlaw. He's coming back to the 49ers. Bryce Huff has retired, though. Greenlaw agreed to a 1-year deal worth up to $7.5 million. Pass rusher Al-Qaeda Muhammad, he says, sign with the Buccaneers. 1-year deal worth up to $6 million. CJ Gardner Johnson is signing with the Bills. So 1-year deal worth up to $6 million. Again, Buffalo, Baltimore, some of these other teams in the AFC, you still have to prove it to me. Buffalo's had many opportunities. Baltimore's had many opportunities. I'm not going to get overly excited about either team because you still have to prove it to me in the playoffs. Let's go to the NBA, shall we? I've gone over this. Nothing majorly happened, so let me go to the scores. It was a light slate yesterday in the NBA. Magic beat the Cavaliers 128-122. Big win for the Magic there. For Cleveland, the leading scorer was James Harden. He had 30 points. Evan Mobley added 18 points, 13 boards. The Orlando Magic, your leading scorer was Pablo Banchero. He had 25 points. The Pelicans beat the Raptors. Be a bad loss for the Raptors. Leading scorer for Toronto, Brandon Ingram had 22 points. For the Pelicans, leading scorer was Trey Murphy III. He had 28 points. The Knicks beat the Jazz 134-117. Leading scorer for the Knicks, Jalen Brunson, had 28 points. And for the Jazz, leading scorer was Bryce Sensabaugh. He had 29 points. Nuggets beat the Rockets 129-93. Leading scorer for the Rockets, Amen Thompson, had 16 points. Leading scorer for the Nuggets, Jokic, another triple-double. 16, 12, and 13. Triple-doubles are the new norm now for some of these players. The Hornets beat the Kings 117-109. Leading scorer for the Hornets, LaMelo Ball, had 30 points. For the Kings, leading scorer DeMar DeRozan, he had a 39-burger. And the Clippers hammered the Timberwolves 153-128. If you had the over in that particular game, congratulations. It got chippy at the end of the game, too. Minnesota leading scorer was Anthony Edwards. He had 36 points. For the Clippers, leading scorer Kawhi Leonard had 45 points. On the NBA docket today, early on in the first, Pistons over the 76ers 6-2. Early in the first, Pacers up on the Suns 9-6. Early in the first, Magic over the Wizards 5-4. Later on, Nets at the Hawks, Bucks at the Heat, Mavericks at the Grizzlies, Nuggets at the Spurs, the Celtics at the Thunder. Bulls are at the Lakers. NHL. Some NHL news, the Senators are not going to forfeit their 2026 first-round pick. Carolina Hurricanes have added 3 minority owners. Brett Jefferson, Mark Grandison, and retired hockey player Bobby Farnham have joined the ownership group. Utah Mammoth, they have signed Nick Schmaltz to an 8-year, $64 million extension. Good for him, getting paid. Scores from yesterday. It's only 2 games on the schedule yesterday. Canadians beat the Senators 3-2. Flyers beat the Capitals 4-1. On the schedule tonight, all these games are currently in progress. Right now, they're all scoreless. Sharks, Bruins, Capitals, Sabres, Ducks, Maple Leafs, Red Wings, Lightning, Blue Jackets, Panthers, Flames, Devils, Blues, Hurricanes. Later on, it's a full slate tonight. Oilers at the Stars, Flyers at the Wild, Rangers at the Jets, the Blackhawks at the Mammoth, Predators at the Canucks, Penguins at the Golden Knights, and the Avalanche at the Kraken. Baseball, because I know some of you jabronis follow preseason. Scores from yesterday: the Braves beat the Rays 5-3. Orioles beat the Pirates 7-2. Twins over the Tigers 2-1, and the Nationals over the Cardinals 3-1. Astros over the Marlins 4-1. Cubs over the Royals 9-8. Angels over the White Sox 8-4. Reds beat the Brewers 6-3. Giants over the Royals 5-2. Athletics hammered Diamondbacks 13-3. Rockies over the Mariners 11-7. Yankees over the Blue Jays 8-1. Today, earlier on today, the Yankees beat the Tigers 4-3. Twins over the Red Sox 8-5. Phillies over the Blue Jays 8-5. Cardinals over the Mets 3-1. Cubs over the Mariners 7-4. Rangers over the Athletics 7-4. And Rockies beat the Diamondbacks 13-2. NCAA men's basketball. I guess I'll go through all the scores here. Right now, ongoing in the first, number 1 Duke taking on Florida State, quarterfinal of the ACC tournament. Florida State 15-13. Big 12 tournament quarterfinal, number 6 Houston up on BYU early 13-12. Big East tournament quarterfinal, number 6 UConn up on Xavier 17-8 early. Late in the first, number 18 Purdue's hammering Northwestern 45-21. A Big Ten tournament that is in the third round. In the second Mountain West Championship quarterfinal, right now, Nevada and Grand Canyon in a tussle 42-42. In the MEAC tournament quarterfinal right now, early in the second, South Carolina State up on Norfolk State 46-39. Right now in the first MAC Championship quarterfinal, Ohio and Kent tied 26-26. Halftime, Conference USA Championship quarterfinal, Louisiana Tech up on Middle Tennessee 39-25. SEC tournament second round early on, Ole Miss up on Georgia 11-8. In the first American Conference Championship second round, Tulane has an early lead over Charlotte. Later on, Atlantic 10 Championship second round, it's Loyola Chicago against Davidson. MEAC tournament quarterfinal, Maryland East Shores against North Carolina Central. SWAC tournament quarterfinal, Arkansas Pine Bluff plays Southern. WAC tournament quarterfinal, Southern Utah against UT Arlington. Out there in the Mountain West Championship quarterfinal, Colorado State takes on San Diego State. Conference USA Championship quarterfinal, Kennesaw State against Western Kentucky. Big West Championship quarterfinal, UC San Diego is playing Cal State Northridge. Big Ten tournament third round, Rutgers takes on UCLA. Big 12 tournament quarterfinal, number 14 Kansas takes on TCU. ACC tournament quarterfinal number 19 North Carolina takes on Clemson. SEC tournament second round, Oklahoma takes on Texas A&M. Big East tournament quarterfinal, Georgetown tussles with Nova. American Conference Championship second round, Florida Atlantic takes on North Texas. WAC tournament quarterfinal, Abilene Christian takes on Utah Tech. Out there, Mountain West Conference quarterfinal, San Jose State against New Mexico. And the Big West Championship quarterfinal, UC Davis against Cal State Fullerton. Earlier today, number 2 Arizona beat UCF 81-59 in the Big 12 tournament. Big 12 tournament, number 7 Iowa State beat number 16 Texas Tech 75-53. ACC tournament, number 10 Virginia beat NC State 81-74. Number 13 St. John's beat Providence in the Big East tournament 85-72. Again, we went over the Massachusetts-Miami game. Big 10 tournament, number 23 Wisconsin beat Washington 85-82. ACC tournament, number 24 Louisville upset by Miami 78-73. SEC tournament, number 25 Tennessee beat Auburn 72-62. Atlantic 10 championship game, George Washington beat Fordham. Big 10 tournament, Ohio State beat Iowa 72-69. SEC tournament, Kentucky beat Missouri 78-72. MAC championship game, Toledo beat Bowling Green 77-76. SWAC tournament game, Alabama A&M over Texas Southern 85-74. A10 championship second round, St. Bonaventure over George Mason 63-57. Big East tournament game, quarterfinal, Seton Hall over Creighton 72-61. West championship quarterfinal, Utah State beat UNLV 80-60. MAC championship quarterfinal, Akron over Buffalo 73-70. And the Atlantic 10 championship second round, Duquesne over Rhode Island 67-61. The women's side, just looking it up now. As soon as they come up here. Right now, WAC tournament quarterfinal, UT Arlington up on Southern Utah late 59-57. SWAC tournament quarterfinal, Grambling over Alabama State 43-41 in a close one. Another close one, Big West Championship quarterfinal, UC Davis up on Riverside 52-51. CA Colonial Athletic Championship round, end of the third, Hofstra up on Towson 49-47. Patriot League Championship semifinal, right now Holy Cross in the fourth over Army 49-45. Patriot League Championship semifinal, right now Navy in the second holds a slim lead against Lehigh 21-17. End of the first, Northeast Conference Tournament semifinal, Long Island University over Mercyhurst 25-16. Right now, early in the second, in the Northeast Conference Tournament semifinal, Fairleigh Dickinson over Lemoyne 17-8. MVC tournament first round early on 6-5. Later on, CAA championship second round, Hampton against Elon. MVC tournament first round, Valparaiso against Drake. Earlier today, SWAC tournament quarterfinal, Southern beats Jackson State 64-51. Colonial Athletic Championship second round, William & Mary over NC-A&T 61-58. MEAC tournament quarterfinal, Coppin State over North Carolina Central 70-52. Conference USA Championship quarterfinal, Liberty over Sam Houston 89-57. American Conference Championship quarterfinal, North Texas over Tulsa, 76-73. Colonial Athletic, the CAA, Monmouth over UNC Wilmington, 72-61. WAC tournament quarterfinal, Tarleton State, 60, Utah Valley, 57. Conference USA Championship quarterfinal, Missouri State over Middle Tennessee, 69-66. Big West Championship quarterfinal, Hawaii beats Cal State Fullerton, 72-61. MEAC tournament quarterfinal, Norfolk State over Morgan State, 69-43. Tennessee San Antonio over South Florida, 62-51 in the American Conference Championship quarterfinal. MVC tournament first round final, Indiana State over Southern Illinois, 81-69. And the Southland tournament final, your champions, Stephen F. Austin beat McNeese, 71-59. Let's go to golf, shall we? Some of the players are still out in the course, in progress. TPC Players Championship down there at the stadium course, Ponte Vedra, Florida. 5 players right now, tied at 5 under. Maverick McNeely, Lee Hodges, Sepp Straka, Sahith Thagala, and Austin Smotherman. All 67.5 under par. Live tournament out there in Singapore. There are 4 players tied with a 67.4 under. Lee Westwood, Richard T. Lee, John Rahm, and Bryson DeChambeau. And I believe that's it. And now my screen is frozen. Maybe because of the weather. I don't know. This is aggravating. Let me go to soccer. English Premier League will kick back in. On Saturday. It is not letting me look at the schedule at this particular juncture, but let me see if it comes up. There we go. Burnley will be hosting Bournemouth. I've got that as a 1-1 draw. Sun will host Brighton. I've got that as a 1-1 draw. Arsenal hosting Everton. I have Arsenal winning 3-1. Chelsea hosting Newcastle. I actually have this as a 2-2 draw. West Ham hosting Man City. I've got Man City winning 3-1. And then on Sunday, as soon as it comes up, Crystal Palace will host Leeds. I've got this as a 2-2 draw. Man United host Aston Villa. I've got this 2-1 for Villa. Nottingham Forest hosts Fulham. I've got this being Fulham 2, Nottingham Forest 0. Liverpool hosts Tottenham. I've got Liverpool winning 3-0. Let me go to NASCAR this particular weekend. I believe yes, they are at Las Vegas Motor Speedway this week, which will probably be much of the same of what you saw last week. Let me pull up who I think. I don't remember how I did on my picks last week. think I did okay. I'd have to go back and take a look at it. So I always pull up stats from previous races. So we look at Las Vegas. If you're looking to put together your team, average finish at Las Vegas career-wise: Kyle Larson, 9th. Joey Logano, 9.6. Martin Truex Jr. is no longer with the series. Kyle Busch, 11.9. Denny Hamlin, 12.4. Brad Keselowski, a 12.5 finish. And William Byron, a 15th place finish on average. Joey Logano has 4 wins in Vegas. Keselowski has 3 wins. Kyle Larson has 3 wins. Denny Hamlin has 2. And a partridge in the pear tree. So, based on what I'm seeing here, I'm going to go Kyle Larson wins the race. Joey Logano will finish 2nd. Denny Hamlin will finish 3rd. I'll go Brad Keselowski 4th. And I'm going to go William Byron 5th. So there you have it. But don't take my word for it, though. I think, because I'm not seeing anything else, to try and keep up on the tournaments. Right now in the first, right now, Florida State and Duke are tied 25 apiece. Do we have a potential set? Probably not. Some of these are sort of going according to plan. And if you want to know, I forgot to mention this. SGA broke Wilt Chamberlain's record. Now has 127 straight games with 20 points or more. Wilt, it was 126. So congratulations to Shea. So let me just go over. This is what ESPN has as their bracket, updated bracket. Probably Joe Lenardi put this together. Right now, the 1 seed still Duke, Michigan, Arizona, and Florida. The 2 seeds: Iowa State, UConn, Houston, and Michigan State. Last 4 byes right now, they have NC State, UCF, Santa Clara, and Miami. Last 4 in: Missouri, VCU, Texas, and SMU. First 4 out: Auburn, Indiana, New Mexico, and Oklahoma. I don't put any stock into this, to be quite honest with you. So, with all that being said, I'm going to end it there. Hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. Enjoy the weekend sports festivities, or if you're keeping up on the political bullshit, as I am, it's just a mess, isn't it? As I end each show, practice compassion, practice empathy, have passion for what you do. Hug somebody every once in a while, you might make their day. Tell somebody you love them. You might not get a second opportunity. And for God's sakes, if you see somebody struggling, ask questions, inquire how to get them help. How can you help? Because you might not just be saving a life, you might be saving a multitude of lives. Again, you see the shit that's going on in Michigan or around the world, synagogues, temples being targeted domestically and across the world. If you see something suspicious, let somebody know. So enjoy the weekend, everybody. I will see everybody on Monday. I was going to do another, for what it's worth, the political show, but since it's Election Sunday on Sunday, and on Monday, I'll be live from Goose's Monte Cristo Lounge and Tobacconist out there in Limerick, Pennsylvania. Stop on out, have a cigar, drink your favorite bread. It's the bracket special. Hopefully, I can get Coach Phil Martelli on, formerly St. Joseph's coach. Come on. Go through the bracket with him, have him make his picks. I'll make my picks. Final 4 national title. So tune on in for that. So, with all that being said, there's only one thing left to do. That's for Daddy Don Meredith to take me out. Stay safe out there. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Turn out the lights. The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.